Republican candidate for Congress in Arizona, Jonathan Paton. Jonathan, what's up?
Just running a race in one of the largest districts in our state, or in the country for that matter. It's a district that goes from...
Well, let's slow down for a second. How you doing in the race? Did you say, I couldn't tell because there was a scramble there. Did you say winning or running?
We're winning right now. We're 5 points up.
Well, that's great, Jonathan. And Jonathan's website, by the way, is Paton2012.com. You can follow him on Twitter at Jonathan Paton, and that's T-H-A-N Paton. All right, so you're up 5 points. Where did you start, Johnny? Tell me a little bit about what your beliefs are for the listeners so they can get the cut of your jib. And did you start up, or were you down and you're up? Tell us the whole Megillah, as they say.
We started out as the underdog. We were running against a former incumbent in a huge rural district. We did some polling a while back, and we were probably 10 or 15 points behind. About a month ago, we were 3 points back, and now we're about 5 points ahead. And it is it's a huge area. It's about the size of Pennsylvania, so it's kind of like it's like running in a statewide district. I serve in the legislature. I also serve in the United States Army. I'm an Army officer. I served a tour of duty in Iraq. When I was in the legislature, I actually volunteered to go over to Iraq because I felt like leaders should lead from the front, not from the rear. And I went to I was an operations officer over there, flying all over that theater of operations. And I came back and I just saw the way the country was going. I didn't like it. I felt that this president and the Congress weren't really going in the right direction. The Constitution was really not being taken very seriously, and I certainly felt that way in our own state, where we probably have more Supreme Court cases before the Supreme Court than any other state probably in the nation, from 1070 all the way to other things involving how the federal government treats our state.
Yeah, you're at loggerheads in many ways with the administration. I admire Brewer's cojones on there. Jonathan would never tell you they're too demure, but in 2000 he was named Soldier of the Year for his battalion, his brigade, and eventually for the entire 104th Division. That must overwhelm you with humility, right?
Yes, a little bit so. I always see myself as a kid from Tucson, and it's hard for me to imagine when you put it that way. It sounds like somebody else.
Yeah, they gotta come up and ascribe that sort of greatness to you, because no man would be able to take that on himself. And if he did, it would tell them more about him than anything. Give me your big 3 points, Johnny. What do you want to do for Arizona, or the people of Arizona?
Well, I think the thing about this district that maybe is a little different than other places in the country, but it's important, is that we have probably the largest tracts of federal land in the country. And that means that these little towns all over our state are being hurt really badly by the federal government, whether it's the EPA trying to shut down their coal plants, or the Forest Service saying you can't cut timber, which has really put us in danger of, we've had several huge forest fires. And people here deal with the federal government in a way that I think people in large cities can't even imagine, because that's the only government they've got, and it's so distant and removed from them. So they want someone to get the federal government off their backs. That's probably the biggest thing. That translates to jobs. We have a huge chance to change things around if we can get the Forest Service off our backs and the EPA off our backs.
Well, folks, that's what happens when huge swaths of your district are under the federal aegis. You get to see up close and personal the waste, the ineffective and the contrarian nature of the bureaucracy is right there in your face on a daily basis. Jonathan Paton is the candidate. His website is Paton2012.com. You can follow him on Twitter at Jonathan Paton. I assume you can help him out at that website too if you like. Johnny, congrats. You're up 522 days out. Keep us posted, my friend.
I will, absolutely. Thanks for
your service.
On your show.
Go get him, baby.
All right.
Jumpin' Johnny Paton. And get a lot of these soldiers who come back and decide to run for the House of Representatives, probably because they had bullets whizzing by their head, and they get back here and they see that they're taking that risk. we're not even maxing out the system here that they're dodging the bullets for.